And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Texans 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
47.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're all ready. He is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start plays we want to run. These things worked well for us, but sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, 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 hey.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well,
I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
You got nothing. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. 41 to 46.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. This one caught left side by Cooper. That throw good for 4. It's second down. From the 31, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bernardus McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Watson. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 70-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
12 more yards. Texans first down.
Again, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal, sliding out of the pocket, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Thomas there to make the grab as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Mike 50, and watch the lane. Mike 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike's 50. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Now he's flushed out left. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lamar Miller looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Miller. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
What we got?
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, Prescott here to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott now. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Now Prescott on 4th down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of them.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 40 yards. One last throw here for Watson. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So with a late touchdown, no time remains, but they will go for two here to try to make this a touch more respectable. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, partners, still ahead.
Ball, man. All I ever do is ball, man. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In that result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Minus the set. 19. My 31. Hey, check. Check it backer. Here we go. Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Alert. Switch.
Here's Johnson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Watson, flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
It's 4th down.
Check 30. Down him, go.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson being chased out left. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back to throw, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Ryan now going to try to run the option left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Buying time to his left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 4th down.
Ready, back 25, 22. Fight set 33, let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at the top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Javondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Freeman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Devontae Freeman, his shiftiness doesn't pay off here in short yardage, and this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. This is Miller. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the 50, it's Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. Now look, that is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Texans have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Texans on. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Check three.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's got Sanu. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Ryan. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Jim. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the hand.
They'll run with Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made by Bruce Carter.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Allen Bailey in on the stop. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go! Yeah!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And avoids the contact by sliding. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Thomas the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd and 1, Ryan. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down and goal. Ryan dancing to his left. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it again with Miller. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Forced out to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. From the red zone now, Watson. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
Big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people.
and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Gun.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Where's the set? 19! Come on, dude!
Watson on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking.
Seven now as they kick it away. Oh, I think the Panthers have got it. They did. Carolina football. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for them. Tie game. They try to get the ball back, and they do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's Old Momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Old Mo. Is that a true story? Or?
True story.
Oh, I love your pops. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll run with McCaffrey. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 8.
On first down, Hogan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Check. Watch twist.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. They'll have a first down past the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now a first down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, this is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Fighting through, and he's got space. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Duke Johnson, 60 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. This is McCaffrey. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Panthers.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 79 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get 2 guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line of scrimmage and throw it over his head.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but not them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. But I think the ball's out. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Check my 33. Check my 33. It's our time. It's our time.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. So we've hit intermission. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. On 3rd down, Ferguson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hold them up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. 16 yards, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll give Miller another crack. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Buying time. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, to something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 67 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
36. No.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
On 1st down, Watson. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. Shifts by him. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's third down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. On the jet sweep, here comes more. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run again here with Artis Payne. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. McCaffrey will try to run it in, and he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened. On the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. third down. Here's McCaffrey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable.
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Panthers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this Texans defense stands tall. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Check 50. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Here's McCaffrey, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't, and this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess them there with the running play. They didn't fool them at all.
Went in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 67 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Texans scoop it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. 33 yards that time. Now it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with McCaffrey. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
What? It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
He may try and run for this. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And some room to work. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Watson now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown.
They can't stop me, son.
2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Watson now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Let's go, D. Switch.
This is McCaffrey. He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 21-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Ready? Tackles.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A give running left. It's McCaffrey. 31 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set. Look at it. Great.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Angelo Blackson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
first down. It's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Bruce Irvin in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's that'll be taken in the end zone. And no run. 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Panthers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19.
Check 43. Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. Dance, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Check hot. 8. Check Mike 33. There's a corner now.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded about a yard deep. After the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4th. To throw is Watson, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he's brought down. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Here we go. Here's Watson. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the... So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have...
In trouble, and he's taken down. DJ Reader gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. To try again after the sack. Newton flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They were making plays on the football, contesting everything.
pass hauled in downfield. That one good for 24 yards. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man on a crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. After the run, Newton going to throw. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. YSL, I could get it by myself. These, I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These, I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate, pay their bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat women good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself.
But it's around here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me one.
Well, the NFL on EA Sports has moved across the Atlantic to the capital city of London, England.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror. Not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. The muscle, oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are... The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Hey, set. 19. 54. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, time to go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot. Play.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
You're set. 19.
Back to throw, Watson. Being chased out left. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Watson, buying time to his left. Touchdown, Texans. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who were blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.